him was us. And when he comes to us and can't get any sanctuary at all, then he don't have no life. And then they win, because what they want to do is to destroy him and make us think that we are better than him, so that we will help the enemy destroy our own man that God gave to us. We had the best man on earth. Everybody wanted him. He looked better than everybody. He's stronger than everybody. He is the best, the wisest, and the most beautiful. Now, of course, many of our men have been tricked by the enemy too. We have a man who everybody hates. We hate him. His mama hate him. His family hate him. We have a man who everybody hates. We hate him. His mama hate him. His family hate him. The white police hate him. The regular white men and white women hate him. This is a man who is hated by everyone. The only solace that God made for him was us. And when he comes to us and can't get any sanctuary at all, then he don't have no life. And then they win, because what they want to do is to destroy him and make us think that we are better than him, so that we will help the enemy destroy our own man that God gave to us. We have the best man on earth. Everybody wanted him. He looked better than everybody. He's stronger than everybody. He is the best, the wisest, and the most beautiful. Now, of course, many of our men have been tricked by the enemy too. We have a man who
Shalom to the householders of this faith. This is the book of Jude, verse 24. Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling, and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy, to the only one his power, our Savior, the glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and ever, so be it. Giving all praises, all honor, and all glory to the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rachaha Kodash. Double honor to mighty church, the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone, who watch over our souls. Shalom to the Yakim worldwide that are sincere and serious doing the will of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rachaha Kodash. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 1 and 2 to you all. Stay strong and stay mighty, and take not the Holy Spirit from us, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. I'm the brother, the disciple, Koshab Bunyamin from the branch in Great Millstone, Barbados. I just don't really to do videos on the woman, right? You know, my intentions is be otherwhere, mostly on prophecy and enduring, etc. But I couldn't let this pass, because this is the third or couple of times I keep seeing videos come up recently, especially this week and late last week, about so-called black women conspiring to get rid of black men, right? Now, I had a friend in the world who recently passed, right? And growing up with him, his mother was always hostile towards him, right? But come to find out, he got sick. He wasn't taking care of himself, etc. Long story short, the demons got the better of him. But his mother didn't love him. You see, and he knew that. He knew that within himself. So he was stressed out a lot by it. And the way he tried to cope with it is through food, right? It's through food and trying to live. I don't want to say doing courage, but like without hope. basically. You know what I mean? So when I heard about that, I went straight to my wife because I got three boys, right? But the first boy, I can't tell you what's going on with that one of the situations. I had this boy in my life. He recently found out I was the father, so he was, had in the gym, you know, had he working, trying to build this little man, and he might have gone like a total fucking idiot, a total fucking idiot, right? Basically, he ain't want me in boy life. She gotta keep that light going. Anyhow, so I went to my wife and tell she listen to me too, saying right, because when I hear that voice in my head, when I just lose it, and that voice is Satan, right? And I tell her, try not to take out your frustrations out on my boys, huh? No, you're a good mother, I like how you're treating my children, but there's always that voice that's telling her contrary, huh? So with this video here, what is her name? Deep. I'm sorry, DD's reaction. This is fair use. I'm not using your video for monetary gain, right? It's strictly for educational purposes. I'm going to react to things that's being said here scripturally using the Lord's word, and that will be the video. I'm not profiting off of it. But let me just go, man. I can play it. And you will see these women here. Now we play the video with Shara Azali or whoever she name can't get pronounced properly. But everybody in the world hates his so-called Negro man. You know what I mean? And it trickles down to the Latino man and the Native American man too, because if you look at the prison systems, we make up the majority of the prisoners in the prison system. Is that? Last hair, the first fur, always a target on our backs, huh? Even from our own women. Is that? So let me play this video.
Want them to have to deal with women who think this way. And I know this is not all women, but my God, this is what it's come to, y'all. Please chime in. I want to.
Well, Muhammad Ali said if 6,000 snakes was coming to him, and 1,000 out of them was good, should he leave the door open to let the 1,000 snakes come in, hoping that, they will form a shield to him and protect him? You seeing it with you women. You keep hearing the apostles saying, stay away from these so-called black women. And it is evident why we should stay away from them. Now, like the lady saying, not all the men like that. And the scriptures talks about, let me get it here quick. The scripture talks about, because it gotta be balanced, right? So this is second John 1:1. The elder unto the elect lady and her children, whom I love in the truth. So there are women up there of the 12 tribes, right? The elect of them, they are gravitating to this truth, right? And their children as well, right? It says, whom I love in the truth, and not I only, but also all they that have known the truth. So brothers that know what's going on, know that their sisters watching, right? Peace be unto you. But for the most part, you women, boy, plotting and scheming and all demise. Something I got a video on this phone here with Esau Edom was doing to you, boy. I can have the sympathy for you all just based off of this video here. And the ones that see prayer, huh?
Your thoughts on this? What's your thoughts on this? Please chime in. Black men, y'all gotta listen to this. But I'm gonna stop talking. Let's get into the video. Here we go.
Perception, because like the goal of this conversation should be to like progress, right? Unless you're ladies that you don't want to fucking deal with men at all, then we should talk about.
We don't want to deal with black men at all.
With all men and not black men. Just not black men.
Well, is there any women here who don't want to deal with men, period, or is it just black men, or is it a mixture?
It's just black men, and we actually want non-black men's help in these corrections that you speak of.
So what are the corrections that you're looking for specifically?
Force, because that's the only thing that's gonna work.
But I mean, what are you looking for black men to arrive at?
Okay, so you hear that, right? You don't want to deal with us. Basically, they want the authorities to come and deal with us. Force, you should say force, right?
Place of understanding of like what do you want to see?
Well,
We believe that there is no hope for them. That we don't believe in changing their minds. We don't. But I'm trying not to say what I really want to say because you're on stage. But if they could not exist, hey, we wouldn't be mad at them.
If they could not exist.
Right, see? If they could not exist, they wouldn't be mad, right? So, hearing this here, it's ain't surprising, you know what I mean? Because the scriptures say this. Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter, and 56, the tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil, meaning her mind shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. So, you heard it for yourself. She just said, these women all came together, right? They all came together and they said they don't want black men to exist. So what that means is that you will cease to exist, because when you're going to meet with any other race outside the Negro, Latino, Native American man, each child you bring forth from a heathen is going to bring forth more heathens, because the man carries the seed. Therefore, you are extinguishing yourself, right, from this life. Is right? But, a lot of our women, is a video I try to remember, boy. Anyhow, this is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 42:13. For from garments coming from moth, and from women wickedness. Right? Better is the churlishness of a man than a courteous woman. A woman, I say, which bringeth shame and reproach. So she bringing shame to her nation by coming on the internet and saying they want to get rid of black men. You see? There was an interview with DMX, and DMX said his mother used to just beat him mercilessly, man. You see? In front of everybody with all kind of things, man. You see? Make you cry, man. But I didn't love him at all, brother. So he carried out trauma through his whole life. Even when he had children, he didn't know how to deal with them, man. You know what I mean? Ecclesiasticus 25:24. Let me start at 23. A wicked woman. Are you seeing a bunching up on this video right here, boy? You seeing a bunching up on this video here, brother? A bunch of these Jezebels here, boy, right here. Look. Yes, black Americans can be racist. I hope for the Lord's sake, I hope when it's tears, boy, you know? When I mean it's tears, boy. Leo R. Bullet by Floor Slangs. What's that? Bliss, Julian, Ryan, Giovanna. The other day, the elder bishop did a video on it. A man who opened a door. He held open a door for a woman, and she just walk out. And so thanks. The man said, "Wait, you don't get so thanks." And she said, "Oh, I thought you was the what? A lower paying person. I forget the name she called it, and she put $1 on his chest, right? And he let dollar drop. Now that happened to me the other day, but the only thing is the woman didn't have no money, right? Last week, Friday actually, right? No, last week Saturday, right after camp, right? Going to establishment. So I was coming to the door. This woman, older woman, coming to the door. So, me being a gentleman that I am, I opened the door, and she walked right in. He ain't said thanks or nothing, but my head, he can't keep my mouth shut. I said, "Oh dear, you're welcome." And she looked around, "Oh shoot, thank you." And I just walked right past, and then 2 minutes later, I could see she eyes all upon me. You see? I go down to say to you, man, when the women just on this order, boy, and the Lord's gonna bring some severe punishment upon you, man, boy. And the Lord's man ain't gonna shed a tear, boy. The Lord's man ain't gonna shed a tear. Ecclesiastes 25:23, a wicked woman abateth the courage. So a man hearing this here. Like shit, boy, I ain't fucking with the women no more, boy. Want to kind of women? Nah, courage dealing with when I'm gone, brother. Courage in whole, to be a man in whole, brother. Make up a heavy countenance, yeah, stress man out, brother. And a wounded heart, meaning your mind, brother. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. So these women, brother, on this side, but ain't really worth it anymore, big man. Ain't worth it, brother. You Negro women, y'all can get what y'all want, man. Y'all can get what y'all want. The Lord's gonna put a spirit over there. It's already happening for men to totally ignore you. The Negro man can totally ignore you, brother. Watch it, man. You can run to Esau, Edom, and he can treat you like shit, man.
To their minds, but I'm trying not to say what I really want to say because you're on stage, but if they could not exist, hey, we wouldn't be mad at them.
If they could not exist, you wouldn't be mad at that. Oh my God. Now, this sounds like black women, and it sounds like they're consorting with a white man. And that's interesting alone because it's the same women who say non-black people shouldn't have a say in black people's issues. It's a common theme that we hear amongst black women who say, "Oh, white women and white people should not be in these conversations about black people's issues." But this is clearly black women talking to a white man about their hatred for their own men. And they really think that this is going to go in their favor. I don't think they realize what's happening. This is insane to me, y'all. I swear this is insane. That you have black women consorting with white men about white men doing something to put black men in their place and control them or shut them down. That's what I'm hearing.
You hear that? Yeah, right? This is Proverbs 26 and verse 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. So just remember, you want to call it karma, right? But really that's the Most High Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, because you reap what you sow. So this you're reaping in the earth, right? You conspiring against your own race of men to control them. There's one video I watched, man. These group of Negro women there say they like to see when the white police officers dominate them, man. When they got a knee on the neck like George Floyd, or a knee on the back, and they getting tears, they like to see that, brother. They like to see that. Alright. Ecclesiastes 10 and 8. He that diggeth a pit shall fall into it, and whoso breaketh an hedge, a serpent shall bite him. Now remember, you made a pact. You made a pact with the devil in the beginning. You made a pact with Esau, Edom in the beginning, right? You turned against the laws of the Most High. You disrespected your mind. You didn't want to adhere to your mind's authority, right? Hence why we in the condition we in. That we read of the woman king in the beginning of sin. She transgressed the laws, brother. Then took that same philosophy that Cain gave her, which was Esau, Edom, took it to Adam, because Adam was a simp back then, and boom, this is where we are today. So you're conspiring, you know what I mean, you're digging a pit, right? To throw your own men in, but understand how the Lord is work, boy. You that roll a stone, it will be rolled onto you again. It will be rolled onto you.
Conspiring with white men to try to do something about the behavior of black men. This is insane to me.
I had a video. Can I find that video? Boy? There was a video of these women. Can I find that video? These Negro women going to Dubai. Where is, man? Wait a minute. No, this is one here. The master who turned slavery into sexual torture. Thomas Tisselwood. Right? Using elaborate punishment on the Negro woman. Right? And also causing humiliation. But one in particular was looking for and these are semen they running after know, yeah. These are semen they running after know, brother. Semen they running after know, big man. That's right. Semen they running after know, boy.
Just to go visit him wherever in Dubai or wherever, and he's willing to dash you $10,000. $10,000. Some people have never seen $10,000 in their life, man. You just need to look pretty and get $10,000 and be on that flight and go and do what you have to do. I always feel like it has to be something that is unique, because it's crazy things you're asked to do. You're told to suck tools, to do what? Like, it's crazy. You can like, I don't want to go deep. I don't want to go into details about that, because it freaks me out. I don't want to scare people. But the young guys need to know this is nothing.
So this is the Dubai porta potty where your queens, your quote unquote black queens are asked to do they're asked to do things that we would never ask them to do, huh? All we ask them to do is love us, which they can't even do that. You know what I mean? But the men of the other nations is asked to do all kind of things, man. And you know, once money is involved, it's good to say this. First Timothy 5 verse 6, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead where she liveth. So these women, brother, These women, they ain't worth it, brother. It's right? They ain't worth it.
You want $5,000, you're gonna do something that is worth $5,000. It's something I tried when I was on my desperate moment. I had to do it to just get back up. It's not something any woman should be proud of doing.
So imagine when more women start to lose jobs, welfare section 8, right? Imagine you hear women say, you well, just look pretty and you will get what you want, right? From these wealthy individuals from the other races, right? Because the majority of black men ain't gonna look at you in your direction anymore, you know what I mean? Because you wasn't looking in our direction when you was up. But when you start to lament for the teats, right? We're supposed to go back into the word teats, which is tits, which is nourishment for the things to keep you afloat from the government. When they snatch that from your reach, then you can start to get desperate. You can go to truck stops and shit your ass, you know? All this profession in the world is what? Prostitution. So let me go back here, then I get shot.
To me, I can't even fathom what I'm like. This is worse than what I thought it was. This is not just the disagreements or, y'all don't understand each other. They're saying, these particular women are saying they don't want to. They're done. This is crazy because these are the same women who don't want any accountability themselves. You don't want anybody to hold you accountable for your actions, but you want white men to hold black men accountable for what? It's basically saying, get them in check, control them, force them to do what? Baby, I've heard it all. I've heard it all. I can't. This is crazy, but there's more. Let's continue.
I think for me, I want the coddling culture to kind of stop. I think they get validated a little bit too much and they're not held accountable as much as white.
You don't get held accountable? Lord, there are men right now that are raising children that are not theirs by court order or before court order. We make a simple mistake, we gotta pay for it. You don't want a child, there's birth control for you, and there's abortion for you. If we say we don't want the child, you can carry us to court, and we gotta pay all kinds of money. You hear what this woman said? We get validated. It means the most hated in the world, big man. We get validated. We gotta continue fight and struggle, big man.
Men, Hispanic men, Asian men, like the legal system works in their benefit a little bit more than
that is a fucking lie. That is a lie because majority of the men in prison system are Negroes, Latinos, and Native American men. You women took the welfare check from the government, right, in exchange for making sure the money in the house. You women just leave 2-year marriages, 70-year marriages, 20-year marriages on the basis of, I ain't happy, he always working, or he's a deadbeat, he do this, he don't do this. You can run to the court and get half the man belongings. Why are majority of the men nowadays doing prenuptial agreements, big man? Because marriage doesn't benefit a man, it benefits you women. So what the fuck she here talking about?
As they're seen as the ultimate, most oppressed, and I think that coddling culture needs to stop, and they need to be held accountable for their actions.
What actions do they need to be held accountable for that they're not already being held accountable for? Because, last time I checked, if a black man commits a crime, he's going to jail. Hasn't he been held accountable? What is it that he's not being held accountable for? Or is it the fact that y'all are not getting y'all way and y'all pissed about it, and you just don't care what happens?
That is it. You see, they want to rule over the man. That's what the serpent told Eve in the garden. Right? The serpent told Eve, you shall not surely die. You should be like God's knowing good and evil, right? He told Eve that you could rule over your man. Oh, that is the philosophy that the serpent told Eve, right? Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Lord power had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, have the Most High said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High have said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Did she listen? What was the fruit of the trees of the garden? You got the actual fruit trees, and then there's a tree up there, which is a metaphor for a man, right? And the knowledge and the philosophy he's going to bring. Don't listen to that man. Don't listen to that philosophy. Because once you listen to him, it's all over. And did Eve take heed? No. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. So he lied to her. You see? For the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So she started to receive now wickedness. You understand how to do evil things. What the scripture says, they are wise to do evil. Let me get that. Right? Jeremiah 4:22. They are wise to do evil. Jeremiah 4. Why? Because they took on the philosophy of the serpent. Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. So you see, she took on the fruit. So what happened? Now she receiving knowledge on the left hand side to do evil, adultery. You know what I mean? Being rebellious, disrespectful, right? Dishonoring her father, dishonoring her son, dishonoring her daughter, right? That's what she's doing. Because why? She took the fruit of the garden and did eat. So back in Genesis 3, right? It says, for the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So she took that same philosophy. Let me get Hosea 10 to 13. Because it wasn't actual fruit. Because we're going to the word fruit there, it's going into lies. You understand? Hosea 10:30. Ye have plowed wickedness, ye have reaped iniquity, ye have eaten the fruit of lies. Because thou didst trust in thy way, and the scripture says, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not to thy own understanding. In the multitude of thy mighty men. You see, so she trusted in this, in what the serpent told her, right? And now today she's still doing it. You see?
To black men. Mind blown. Baby, this is crazy. Let's continue.
In white male patriarchy, white men set what's socially acceptable. So
white men said was socially acceptable. Whoa.
With you all said
the most school shootings is by Edomite men. The most rapists is by Edomite men. The most serial killers is by Edomite men. Whoa, the most thefts is by Edomite. This system. Oh, Lord have mercy, boy. Anyhow,
what's socially acceptable, the degenerate behavior of black male culture needs to be checked.
Yes, I agree with that, because why? This is what Esau has put out there because of the same fruit, the same philosophy that is being pushed. Men with the pants below the ass, the gun culture. Who funds rap music? Who funds R&B? Pushing adultery. Who funds that? Who funds that kind of music to push on our people, big man?
To be more, because we're no longer looking for accountability from them because they've proven that they will not take accountability. We need
This is like the pot calling the kettle black. The degenerate behavior of black men. So if there's a degenerate behavior of black men, isn't there a degenerate behavior and culture of black women who act?
Because look, women who push that in the household by kicking the man out of the house. So women raise these men grow up with all kind of emotions like a woman. They don't know how to handle conflict resolution, and they go there with that same vibration, brother.
Act the same, if not worse. So why aren't they being held accountable? But y'all are only calling for the degenerate men in the communities that y'all, by the way, are the one. That's who you patronize. That's who you give babies to. That's who you deal with. And now because it's not working in your favor, now you want to do away with them. But what about the degenerate behavior of the black women in our culture? So what should happen? This is very dangerous, y'all. I
saw a woman twerking at a funeral, big man. I saw a woman. Fucking disgrace, big man. You make her behave anywhere, and it's like it's always a past. Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about without backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. So you just make her do anything and get away with it, big man. The behavior, they can behave as the light and get away with it, brother. Like, is this acceptable? First of all, look where you ran to your funeral. That's all respect for the man. It doesn't be quote unquote baby daddy. He can see that last dance. You fucking idiot. Yo. That's all you can fucking do. Shake her ass. All you could do is spawn saying tight and revealing. My Lord, when I out of shit. Belly y'all don't be wanna fuck whole knees. Breast don't be wanna enable. I'm going saying tight. Other today, big man. Other today. I got this proud looks, big man. It's good to see the daughter was there on haughty and over stretched forth necks. Walking and mixing as they go. Log and pull away all the vintage. The vintage shall fail. I was gonna pull away all of that, man, and bring one right back down. Let me end with this preset, man. I ain't even playing them boy out the Apostle and Bishop on 11. Wanna watch that there, man. One more time, wanna. This is Micah 7. Let me start at 9. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, because I have sinned against him. So what is this saying here? This is accountability here from Micah. This is accountability here from a man in Lord. See, many Lord, the men in general, majority of men in general take accountability. You understand? For their actions. Alright? But especially the men in Lord, they will take accountability for sinning against the Most High. Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai, right? Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. So for these women here, right? For these women here,
the culture to make them take accountability by exacting some sort of consequence.
So you see these women here and a lot like them, we are going to be witnessing their downfall. We are going to be witnessing when the truth comes in. We are going to be witnessing when the serpent turns and bites them. We are going to see their demise. And only the elect of the women of the children of Israel will stand by our side. All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Chakadash, Shalom.